Hi everybody, good morning. Well, it's not morning for everyone, but it's morning for me. This is a 2013 Chevy 2500 Express van, and they're here for some tires, but the customer also states that they think they have a leaking brake master cylinder. So I'm gonna pull this in, get it up on the lift, and I'll do a brake inspection on this, and we'll see if there in fact is a leak in the brake master. Pedal feels okay, maybe not, we'll see. So stay tuned, we'll see if this thing presents us today. Okay, under the hood we can see that this van is equipped with a Hydro Boost system, not a vacuum boost system. Rather than having a brake vacuum booster, those large rounder canisters, this thing, its brake assist is powered by the power steering pump. And there is some kind of a leak going on here. It's not a huge one, but it is there. Taking a look at the fluid, for the brake hydraulic fluid, this is actually in very poor condition. It's opaque and black in color. And power steering fluid, that's not very low either, but that's also in kind of a darker condition, to be expected for the vehicle's age. But I can't really tell if it's power steering that's leaking or if it's brake fluid. So what I'm gonna do is take these two nuts off right here and separate the master cylinder from the Hydro Boost unit, and we're gonna see if there's fluid inside between the two units. I forgot those are nuts and bolts and not a nut and a stud. It's kind of a tight squeeze on this other side, so I'm just going to have to use manual tools. Almost. All right, here she comes. Let's see what's inside of here. Looks like we got power steering fluid. Smells like power steering. And the back side of this brake master is pretty clean. So we have a leaking Hydro Boost unit. We're going to replace the booster assembly. Alrighty, I've got the wheels off of it. I had to, it's super heavy in the back. It's full of equipment, so I can only lift it up about a foot or so. And I had to get the back axle off the ground with the assistance of a floor jack. Kind of sketchy, but that's what I had to do. Anyway, inspecting the service brakes, I've got brand new pads and rotors up front on both sides, so these are in good shape. Coming around to the rears, I'd say I'd give them about 60% worn. I'm gonna call that 2-3 millimeters to the wear indicator, and probably 4 millimeters till it's metal on metal. While it's here, I'm gonna suggest that we service these. These particular rotors had never been off of this car before, because you can see this little retaining clip that holds the rotors on. These are installed from the factory in order to prevent rotors from falling off as the chassis is moving down the assembly line. When those things are rolling on the line, the chassis are often flipped over upside down multiple times in order to install different components, and that's why those clips are there. fun fact of the day. Before I get ahead of myself, I need to measure these rotors and see if they are in fact machinable. Okay, I've got a thickness of 1137 on that one. So I will do 1137. And there's actually a spec on the rotor, but it's in millimeters. So what is it? What is it? 27.5 millimeters. So I'll do this again and I'll set this up for metric. There we go, millimeters. And we're looking for 27.5, that's minimum thickness. 2945. That leaves me 1 millimeter per side. 145. Less than 1 millimeter per side. Okay, well, just based on minimum thickness, I'm gonna recommend we replace these rotors. They look okay, but the Mitutoyo calipers do not lie. Okie dokes, I presented my findings to the service assistant writer, and in the meantime, I'm gonna put these tires on while I wait for an answer. All right, I got an approval, and I got some parts. This is our brake booster assembly. All right, let's get this thing installed. Okay, first things first, let's lose this connector for the brake fluid level and get these wires detached so I've got some more working room. Excellent. I'll do the same with the power steering reservoir, just so I've got more working space to play with. And I've got 3 hoses on here. Yeah, one hose, a hard line, and another hard line, and that'll conclude what I've got to do on this side of the firewall. Then we'll have to move back inside, detach the brake lever, the brake pedal switch, and the bolts that hold this to the firewall. Then this unit will slide out, and then we can install the new one. This little clamp here has to go. Just cut it off. Come here. Taking care to not let this reservoir fall over, because it will dump out all of the fluid, and that would be bad. These 2 fluid hard lines are a 16 millimeter and an 18 millimeter. Before I go to remove this hard line over here, I will remove this hose fitting to give my wrench some swing and to create a little bit of clearance. Pick up the phone. That's how I cope with it. All right, time to move around to the inside and get this booster assembly disconnected. I've kind of shot myself in the foot because I have this on the lift with the wheels off of it, and I don't have much room to work in here, so this is going to be a contortionist act. All right, so I've got you guys hanging from the bottom of the dash, and I'm hunched over the seat. The brake pedal's right here. There's our gas pedal, and look up in this direction. These bolts here are the booster bolts, and this is the right there, that's the brake pedal switch. It's for the brake lights, and I've got to detach that switch and remove the lever from the push rod that's on the brake booster, and then I can take the bolts out for nuts, take the nuts out for the booster, and we'll slide it out forward on the other side of the firewall. On this particular example, the brake pedal switch is held on with a 10mm nut and a little retainer clip. I think that's a 10. I can't see, I'm very hunched over right now. Yeah, it's a 10, I got it. Let's get this. It's not a nut, it's a bolt. I still got them backwards. I think dyslexia is setting in my old age. Come on, come out of there. It's almost out. Okay. There's the bolt. And I'm reaching up with some needle nose pliers to pull this clip out. There it is. Real pain in the butt little clip. There's the peg from the brake pedal slips through this clip, and it's got a section where it fits over that spring-loaded part right there. Yes, so in order to put this clip on, you got to push it in, push till it expands, and then slide it down, and then it'll clip on. I should be able to reach in and just pop off this push rod assembly. Yep, here it comes. Maybe I can move you guys for a better view of that. Right there. There it is. That's the push rod that goes forward and is part of the booster assembly. All that's left now are 4 15mm nuts right here, and I can get this unit removed and replaced. I'm going to do the top ones first because they are hardest to reach. Almost. Got it. The next top one's on the left side here. You guys may not be able to see it, but I'm almost on that one. There. Got it. In fact, I can barely see it. This procedure would be much easier if I could get the door opened all the way. Okay, last one. Okay, let's go back under the hood and pull this booster assembly out. And now that everything's disconnected, here she comes. That is one leaking Hydro Boost. It's leaking from this side too. See that oil there? Giving the two units a quick side-by-side. You can see all the dimensions appear to be the same, and all of the hose connections appear to be the same. So this one's good. Let's get it installed. Taking care to not get any wires pinched between the base plate of the booster and the firewall. Ooh, I nearly made a mistake. I forgot on these hydro boosts that you've got to reuse the push rod that actuates the plunger on the brake master cylinder. Let's go back over to the old one, and we can see the push rod is still installed in this one. I better pull that out. Almost got it. Can't force it because I have to reuse this, so I cannot bend any of these tangs. There's the retainer, there's the spring, and there's the push rod, like so. I believe that's all the parts from inside. Yep. Engaging safety squints, AVE reference. Ooh, almost. It's almost in. There's a groove in there that those little finger things fall into. I believe they're all engaged. Nope, this one's not. Nor is that one. All right, got them all. We're good. Okay, going back inside. Okay, so in the interest of saving a little bit of time, I'm gonna go ahead and stop filming for right now. I've just got to throw these 4 bolts on and hook that plunger up, put the clip on and the bolt, and then we'll be good to go. So I'll see you guys when I head back around under the firewall to put the lines and the O-rings on. Okay, we've just traveled about 20 minutes through time. I've got all 4 of these nuts on. The brake pedal is attached, the clip is on, and that retaining bolt has been installed. So let's get out of here because there's no airflow in here and it's super hot and cramped and it hurts. Alrighty, I'm gonna pull this hose fitting off of the new one again so I can have access to that rearmost threaded area for this hard line right here. And I must not forget to replace the O-rings. There it is. I almost poked my finger. Alright, old one. And my new one. I always like to save these. They come in handy sometimes. Jeffrey Bezos. Come out. I dropped it. It's gone forever. What have I done? Oh, the weight of the master cylinder is pushing this out of alignment. Here. Awkward. I think I need to move this steel line some. Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting this one to line up properly. You know what? I know it's wrong. This needs to go behind that one. Get the angle proper. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there she goes. That's what I needed. Good. I have to hold this line up with my left hand in its position so it doesn't put any friction on the threads. Quick. Okay, let's retrieve that wiring harness that I tucked away. I don't want to lose that. And it's master cylinder install time. Just like so. And I've already got the second one for the other side. Alright, both nuts are on. I want to go ahead and get this wiring harness set up. That's on, and the brake level sensor is also on now. Almost. Click. Okay, it clicked. I got it. Alright, all that's left is to get this reservoir attached again, and I'm also going to flush out and replace all of the power steering fluid and all of the brake fluid. Additionally, I did get approval for those rear pads and rotors, so I'm going to do all that stuff next. I think though, in the interest of time, I'm going to go ahead and split this video up into 2 videos, and I'll consider the brake job and the fluid exchanges to be a bonus feature. Here, hose. There. And I need to go fetch a clamp real quick for that. Still kind of a tight squeeze. All right, got it. It's about right. Okay, guys, Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one off right now for the sake of time. Like I said, there will be a part 2 to this one, and if you've made it this far, I already have part 2 completed. So if you would like to see the rest of this repair, go ahead and check in the video description down below, and you will find the link for the brake job and the 2 fluid exchanges. So all that being said, again, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to have a great day.